Hello.
Ahoy there, ye scallywags and landlubbers.
Are you ready?
Arr.
Arr.
Welcome to the special edition of Talk Like a Pirate Day that I forgot about. I always forget about that. It's like one of my favorite days, but I always forget about it. So, obviously, we have some special guests on here. And as you saw in the thumbnail, besides talking like a pirate, these guys were just on a cruise and they got to go to the brand new Carnival private island or private area, Celebration Key. So we're going to find out a little bit about their cruise, about Celebration Key, and then I've got some fun light pirate stuff.
Oh, do you?
I do, yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I'll be celebrating with me grog.
Okay. You want to say hi to some people?
Let's say hi. Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Hey, Ed.
Ahoy there, Ed.
And Anita says, hi, Matt and Kimbra. Or should we say, ahoy, mateys?
That's what you should say.
Hey there, JT.
Ahoy there, you lily-livered blackguard. That means villain. I just called you a villain.
Hey there, Les.
Hello there, Les.
Let's see. Les says, I talked like a pirate this afternoon when I was trimming bushes in the backyard. I grabbed a hornet's nest. Definitely talked like a pirate.
Oh. Stacy knows about getting stung by things in the face.
In the face.
Ed says only 350 more days until the fantastic group cruise.
Oh, it's like, I'm like, our cruise is way quicker than that. 22 days.
So 2026 is going to be an awesome year for cruising. We have 3 books so far. Nice.
Nice.
22 days.
We're at 28 days.
Look how
28 days later.
JT says, is it Gasparilla? No, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. There was actually, so we stopped on our way home and got some pirate hats because we thought it was appropriate. And there was actually a different hat that I liked better, but it had like red ribbons on it and it clashed too much with my hair. So I ended up with a boring black hat.
I was gonna look for mine after work, but I had car trouble. We've been fighting with my car all week, and it gave us. We thought it was fixed, and then we had fits I had fits with it on the way home, and I just didn't have time to look for my stuff. But we realized that last year we were on with you on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were. I think we did pirate trivia.
Because you guys cruise at the same time every year, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But I remember we did pirate trivia, and we were on with you.
Well, I have some lighter pirate trivia today. I don't have quite as much of a setup this time, but all right. Well, should we get started then?
Are
we ready?
I say so.
I see you there. So first of all, tell everybody the cruise that you were on, where it left from, where it went.
We were on the Carnival Liberty. It left New Orleans August 31st. And we went to Key West, Celebration Key, and Nassau.
Okay. Had you been on the Liberty before?
No.
No, but we had been on sister ships.
Gotcha.
We've been on the Freedom and the Glory.
Yep.
Okay. I've been on the Glory.
I've been on the Liberty.
You've been on the Liberty?
It was my cold cruise.
Oh, the cold cruise. Yeah.
What I call the cold cruise.
It's infamous, the cold cruise.
Hey there, Kevin.
Ha, Bombini there, Kevin. So, all right. So let's start at the beginning. So, wait, you said, what were the ports? You said Key West, Nassau,
Celebration Key.
and Celebration Key. Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I blanked that Celebration Key out. I'm like, well,
That's like
Celebration
literally
Key?
the reason.
I know. So first of all, because we're going to Key West in 22 days, let's talk.
No, we're
about-
going to Key West in 23 days.
Okay, let's talk about Key West. What did you do? Had you been to Key West before? Let's start there.
No, this was our first time.
Okay, all right. So tell us about your Key West experience.
We bought an excursion through the cruise line. We did the Old Town Trolley tour, hop on, hop off bus thing. So
Yeah, and other than it being really hot, it was pretty awesome. I really want to go back and on a cooler month.
yeah, it was hot.
It's funny you should say that. I've been to Key West a few times, and I think more times than not, I've been there when it was actually cold, like in Key West, and it's like cold, like your cold cruise.
Like my cold cruise.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this about that Old Town Trolley, because the same company operates a tram tour in St. Augustine, and we have learned through experience that you pay your money and they give you a sticker, but nobody ever checks for it. And you could easily ride that trolley without paying, and most likely you would never get caught. And if you did, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you got to go buy a ticket." And then you go, "Oh okay," and then just jump on the next one. So what did they check anything on yours?
First of
in
all,
Key West?
starting with the stickers, I would learn from experience with excursions that those stickers that they give you never stay on. So I just kept ours on the little sheet that they gave them to us on, and then I just showed them. The first time they're like, "Can you please put that on?" And I said, "We'll lose it by then." But I dropped the darn things like twice and could have lost them anyway. But I think that the first time we had to get back on, I just like held them up and showed them as we got on. And I don't remember showing them the subsequent times that we got on. I don't recall.
Yeah, I like early in the day, sometimes they'll ask, but after that, you just jump on and jump off. Like they're not going around checking everybody. Like they don't have time for that. But that's in St. Augustine. So I don't know. I didn't know if it was the same kind of deal, but
It's probably a safe assumption. You know, who knows though? She dropped it like she said one time, and the time we got back on, I think I picked it up, and I think I just kind of held it in my hand as we got on. So the driver may have seen it and didn't really ask or anything, but just saw it in my
right.
hand.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
And they say
All right.
every 15 minutes one will come to pick you up, but they were coming a lot more frequent than that.
Oh, okay. I think it depends on like how much traffic there is, because they, since they're driving on regular streets, it can bog them down a little bit. But if you're there and it's not like a weekend or a really busy time of the year, they probably go a little quicker. Although they probably use less trolleys too, so I don't know. But that's good. Better to be more than you need than not as many as you need. So
yeah,
we found out that the trolleys, they start with using fuel
to start
them,
the vehicle and everything. They use gas,
but then they switch to propane.
Propane.
Oh,
So
interesting.
they only run on propane. Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I don't know if they do that in St. Augustine. If they do, they never told us that. So maybe they haven't switched over to that up there, or they just don't care. I don't know. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what prompted I believe I asked that, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't
They
know
didn't
what
just tell
prompted
you.
me to ask them that. So
I mean, that's kind of an interesting fact to know. So that would be kind of a cool thing to talk about. I don't know. All right. So the tram and Old Town Trolley, it takes you to a bunch of stops. What kind of stuff did you do there?
There were 13 total stops, and we had decided that we were gonna ride the whole thing around one time, just stay on it, just because they're narrating and telling you everything, pointing things out.
except for the stop with the
Well, when we got to the stop with the southernmost point buoy or whatever you call it, we decided we would get off of there and take a picture and then get back on. So also we were getting pretty hot, and we tend on excursions, we always start off strong and we're having a great time. And then once we get hot and feel like we're melting, we're both always like, oh, I'm ready for this to be over with.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't fun and interesting and stuff, but we kind of reach our limit, of how much heat. And
they did provide you with a fan. Like every seat had a little fan. But
anyway, so we took our picture with the buoy. We had to stand in line down there to do that. And then we walked back to the little what do you call it? The little stop.
There was a little gift shop there, and that's where they happened to. That's where their stop was to let you out for the buoy. I don't recall what number it was on the stop.
I think it was like number 7,
something like that.
Yeah. But we bought a magnet and a little souvenir, that kind of thing, and then waited for the next bus. And the first trolley that came by had too many people on it, and we couldn't fit. So then we waited for the next one, which was pretty much like 3 or 4 vehicles behind that one. I mean, it came just a couple minutes later. So we got on that one.
Yeah, not enough time for me to finish shopping in the gift shop that I wanted to shop at.
Kevin Count says people in our group never cheat the train people. We're honest, Matt. Yeah, me too, Kevin. I mean, we get free trams in St. Augustine for work, but yeah. So, all right. So you went to the southernmost point of the United States, sort of, where that big buoy is. You got a magnet. Yep. You took a picture. That's cool. Yep. And that's close to. Oh, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that's close to where Hemingway's house is too, I believe.
All of it
stopped there.
Yeah, I mean the trolley goes on. I mean, it feels like you're riding a long distance, but you know how it is. Everything is pretty close. Mm-hmm. So they do a lot of crisscrossing and everything. So it feels like you've been riding for a while, but then all of a sudden you realize, hey, we went by that on the way up here, So, but yeah, it's all pretty close there. We went by all that. They pointed all that stuff out to us, and so after the buoy, we got back on the trolley and we rode it the rest of the stops. The rest of it from there, to me, wasn't that great because they went to the new part, and it was pretty much hotels and resorts and stuff. And it's like, I didn't really come here to see those, Right. And then they kind of whipped around and made their way back to the stopping point. And we thought about getting back on it again. They made us switch trolleys. And we thought about getting back on it and going to a couple of more spots, but we had reached the point where we were just really hot, and we decided we wanted to try some key lime pie.
He wanted to try some.
I wanted to try some key lime pie. So we ended up walking to the Kermit's key lime place.
It's supposed to be the best key lime pie.
It is the famous Key West key lime pie place. But I know from you weren't overly impressed with it, right?
Yeah, it was just normal key lime pie to me. Wasn't anything special. It was good, but it just wasn't anything over the top or anything,
Yeah. Wasn't Les telling us last time that all that stuff is made like
somewhere else,
somewhere around here, or somewhere?
I think he said DeLand, didn't he?
Yeah. So I was going to say somewhere near Orlando, and that's a little bit east of Orlando. Yeah, and shipped down there, which is kind of funny.
How many other ships were in port in Key West?
Just us. There can only be one big ship in port.
Okay.
In Key,
that's like
Key
the
West.
Highlander. There
can be only one.
Just making sure. Others may not know.
I think they used to, and I don't know if they still do this. They used to have you dock like on the island before Key West, where there's like a military base of some sort, and then you'd have to tram in. But now I think it's just Mallory Square.
Like I've been there.
Yeah, it's just right there.
So were you there into the evening, or were you there just during the daylight hours, or how'd that work out?
Just the daylight. It was technically it was 8 to 4.
Okay.
So.
And it started pouring.
Yeah.
We were headed back to the ship anyway because we were hot. And we got almost to the ship and it started. I was like looking at it. I'm like, we gotta hurry, you know.
Bless you.
And yep, bless you. And so we just kind of beelined it, and right when we were getting up to get back on the ship, it just downpour.
The bottom fell out.
We are there 1 to 7.
Yeah, we're there a little later, and the time's it's getting dark early,
Right.
so it might be dark. The reason I asked is because Mallory Square does this whole to do at sunset. But was there anything going on in Mallory Square during the day?
No,
Not that we really noticed,
No.
just shopping and stuff, you know.
Because I don't think when I've been there wasn't much happening during the day, and then at sunset they have like street entertainers and stuff like that. Kind of
oh
a
no,
lot
we
of
didn't
stuff
see
going
anything
on.
like that.
But I think it's just at sunset that kind of all happens. But all right, so you went to Kermit's, you got some key lime pie, you got the southernmost point. Did you hit any other interesting things in Key West, or was it pretty weather wasn't too cooperative, or
Yeah, we looked through a few shops. He got a t-shirt, but mostly ducked into shops to look and get the air conditioning.
yeah.
And then but that was about it. If it would have been a little bit cooler, there was some other places I would have loved to go walk and see and take pictures, but it was just too hot for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of little shops in there. A lot of them are just kind of kitschy souvenir shops, but there's some interesting places. There's some different like art galleries and just various things. There's some museums, stuff like that. But
A lot of
it's
tattoo
hard to not
shops.
there. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Cool. All right. So
We learned about one little bar that was there that they said, I don't know when it was, but it was a bar. It was a bloodbath bar, and if you showed up, the bartender would check you for weapons, and if you didn't have one, they would give you one. And
because they wanted it to be a fair fight.
yeah, so
oh, depends on the weapon you give me. It still probably wouldn't be fair if I'm wielding it.
right.
So yeah, there's a lot in Key West, but it is hard to see it all, even if you're just visiting there regularly. But there is a lot there to do and stuff. Overall, though, you got probably a taste of Key West, kind of the vibe of it and stuff. And
Yeah,
you
enough that
kinda
I want to
like-
go back.
Yeah, you want to go and check it out some more. Have you guys ever been to St. Augustine?
I have.
No, I haven't.
No.
But
Okay.
I'd like to go there.
I love St. Augustine.
I was gonna say it's a kind of similar vibe, but a little bit less party vibe. But there's a lot of similarities, and yeah, we love St. Augustine as well. But we usually go there in the winter. The ghost tours are fun though,
Yeah.
in Key West and in St.
We'll be
Augustine.
going to St. Augustine in a little under 2 months.
Mm.
3 months.
3 months. Yeah. All right. So you get back on the ship. You went to Nassau. Did anything interesting in Nassau, or did you just do the normal Nassau
Well,
stuff? They
The
that
next port was
new-
actually Celebration Key.
We'll save that for last.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured
Okay.
that's what you were gonna say.
Because that's what I'm the most
Uh,
curious about. Although Nassau's got some
Na-
changes.
Yeah,
I love Nassau.
the actual port area is totally brand new. I mean, all the little shops, everything in the port area is all really super nice and brand new, and the docks that you walk down for the most part are shaded. I mean, it's super nice. When you get outside there, it's still the old Nassau. I mean,
Still
we've only been
Nassau.
there. This was only our second time,
Mm.
but it's still. I mean, everything we've always done an excursion there. We haven't ever just walked out and shopped or anything, but we've always had fun there. I like it.
I don't dislike Nassau. I know it gets a bad rap. The only thing I would say about Nassau is it for a while that was like one of the ports you always went to Nassau when I first started cruising. But yeah, I mean I really had a good time in Nassau, so I didn't hate it.
What
or
did you
anything
do
like
in
that.
Nassau?
The first time I went there, this before I worked at the aquarium, so I swam with stingrays, which was exciting. And I saw my first wild octopus, which was really exciting. And then other times I've done a couple snorkeling excursions. They weren't the best. They're close to shore. The reefs are torn up, but I've done some just walk around and get away from the port. And in the port still there's like a brewery that has really good beer that we've enjoyed. And then we've walked to there's a rum place. I've walked there before, and you can do like a free tour of the rum place and then get some rum, which I think is pretty good. There's like the Queen's Staircase that you can take a tour, but it's kind of like what you're saying with Key West, like you can walk places if you kind of plan it out right. If you don't plan it out right, it's not going to work out because you're going to be like, oh, I'm over here. But if you like plan a route, you can kind of hit some interesting spots.
Did you say plan a route?
A route. If you plan a route,
You said route.
it was like Southern and Australian mixed. So, but yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed Nassau as well. The only thing my only complaint about Nassau is that was the first place I experienced a straw market, and I did not like the straw market at all. And so, but I learned, and the first time I went to Nassau, like you couldn't avoid the straw market, you were forced to walk through it to get past it. That's been changed for a long time. So now that I know what it is and I can avoid it, I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah,
but,
we don't
you know,
we don't like high pressure sales like that either.
I don't like high pressure sales, and they even do some of the things where they like, they tie the bracelet on you and then want
How'd that
$20. And I'm not down with that. Like I understand that they're poor and they want to make money, and that's cool. Like I don't like high pressure sales. I can be okay with a little bit of pressure, but don't try and like trick me into buying things and tell me that it was made by orphans because you're lying. So I just avoid the straw market, and then it's fine. If some people like that experience, then they were made for each other. They can go and
I'd
enjoy
like
it.
to go back to Nassau.
Yeah.
Because I went before on Liberty with Ashley, and we did an excursion where we just went there and back, but it was cold. So, and then the last time we went, it was right after cruising restarted, August 2021. So things weren't like really up and going again. So I've never really experienced Nassau.
And people like Atlantis. Like there's a water park, there's an aquarium there. I did go to the hotel. I didn't really see much of it on a tour I did once. There's also when I was on this was I think the first Lolita Loca group cruise before the Cruise Geeks even existed, I think, or it might have been the Cruise Geeks Lolita Loca group cruise. But one of them, somebody that was on that cruise was a scuba diver, and I didn't go diving in Nassau, but they did. And they dove on a location that was a filming site from, I think, Thunderball from James Bond. And not only did they dive on the James Bond site, which I like James Bond movies, but there were like sharks everywhere. So he was like showing me all this footage of diving with sharks. And I was like super jealous. So that excursion doesn't always seem to be available, but it's a thing. And there's also, I know stuff on Nassau that you don't have time to do on a cruise. That's really cool. Like there's a park you can snorkel or maybe dive. It's got all these like weird statues underwater, but I think it's too far to really do as a cruise excursion. So yeah, Nassau's an interesting place. But what did you guys say? What did you do in Nassau?
We did another ship tour or a ship excursion. It was called Taste of Nassau Local Flavors Experience.
Conch fritters?
And yep, first place we went to was the Rum Cake Factory.
Okay.
Which the last excursion we did in Nassau, we went to the same place.
So we've been
is that to the left when you get off the ship?
Honestly, I'm not. Probably is.
Because
I'm thinking we
walked
left,
that
we got on the
way.
bus and we went out and turned left, and I think we did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is toward the left down there somewhere. Yeah.
We walked there with, again, this was like either Alita Loca or the Cruise Geeks Alita Loca group cruise. There was a group of us and we walked to the left, which was mostly like construction and stuff, but we ended up at a rum cake factory, which is probably the same one unless they moved, and it was good rum cake.
It was very good.
Yeah, it
rum
was
cake.
good. Yeah. So
Okay.
then we after there we went to where did we go next with that one?
Was it the tea place or was the other place we'd been to before?
I think we went to the tea place.
Yeah,
We'll
they had
just go-
tea. They had a tea place that they can cure cancer with their tea.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. It was this tea cures cancer. This tea, prevents whatever. This tea
Sounds like
cures
the
this.
aloe place.
Was
Yeah,
it tea
right.
or snake oil?
Yeah. The tea was really good though. They had it sweetened with a lot of agave.
Okay.
So
I like
it was
tea.
they gave us little samples of each one, and it was really good. And I asked the guy, I was like, "Is this what the tea tastes like just out of the bag, or have you got it all sweetened up?" And we've got agave in there, so it's sweet. I'm like, oh, okay, which is fine. I mean, I would sweeten it anyway. But
Right.
all of it was very good. Even you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, and
She's not a tea person, but they all tasted really good.
She likes herbal teas, so and a lot of those teas a lot of times are more herbal instead of like the typical tea, depending on what type of tea. But cool. I didn't know there was a
outside
tea
of there is where we got to sample the daiquiri and the conch fritters.
Yeah, we had
and the crack conch.
Yeah, they had conch fritters, and then they had crack conch that was like a shredded conch or something.
Okay.
And that I thought that was really good. I liked it.
That was my first time trying that. I just don't really like the thought of seafood, so I just don't ever eat it. And he's like, just try it. And so I tried the conch fritter, and it was okay. It's not going to be my ever go-to. I'm probably never going to go, hey, we need to go order this because I love it. That's not going to happen. But the crack one, I tried one bite and I set it down, and you can have that one. That was too.
It was a little fishier.
Yeah, that was. I couldn't.
It was just more for me. So that was good.
Yeah. And then I think is when we went to the next place, the rum distillery.
We went to John Watley's.
Okay, so you went to John Watley. Okay, yeah, I've walked there. Well, I've done tours there, but you can just walk there. It's a little bit of a hike, but
that was our second time there.
Yeah, we went there on the excursion last time we were in Nassau as well. So we got a little pina colada sample.
Yep.
And I don't like pina coladas, but that was actually really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I had 2 of them.
But the first time we went there, we didn't get to go back to where they actually are.
Oh, you smell the barrels?
Yeah, we didn't get to go back there the last time we were there, so that was interesting to be able to do that this time.
Yeah,
you can get like a flight of rum there, which is it's a few bucks, but
that's what we did.
Yeah, if you
I
like
didn't
rum,
like any of it.
I did. I liked all of it. So if you like rum, their rum's kind of pricey to be honest, but when you're there, do a flight, it's kind of cool.
I like rum in a foofy drink.
Yeah.
Probably not by itself.
They've got their real expensive rum, I think, is bourbon barrel cask rum. So JT might like that, but
yeah.
But it's like stupid. I want to say it's like $200 for a bottle or something. It's not that good. It's definitely not that good. It's good, but it's like $75 good, maybe. When I went there one time and I was there with the shows, Roy and Amanda shows, and Roy's like, I'll split a bottle with you, Matt. And I'm like, dude, you live in Mississippi at the time. I'm like, you live in Mississippi? How's that going to work?
Drink what you want right now, and I'll take the rest.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't think so. His heart was in the right place.
And then we went. Then they took us somewhere a little. You wouldn't think that these little buildings were restaurants, but they pulled up to this place. We're like, oh, it's a restaurant, and they served us a meal they already had. You didn't get to pick an order or anything. It was ribs, chicken, and beans and rice. And I'll tell you what, I usually am not one to like the foods at these places where we go. That was delicious. It was
pretty good.
It was really good.
And I think everybody probably thought it was really good because everybody sat there eating and said nothing. I mean, nobody was hardly talking at all. Everybody was just eating.
No, they gave everybody the Wi-Fi password.
Oh, that's true.
And then pretty soon, everybody was, instead of eating, they were on their phones. And there was like checking their emails because all the stuff's like ding, ding, ding. And this one lady sitting next to Stacy, her phone is just going crazy with notifications. And the guy across from us, he's like, something, I don't remember how he worded it, but it was like, does it have an off button or a volume button or something like that? And I didn't know they were together. It was her husband. I didn't know that because they're sitting like diagonal and away from each other. And then I realized they were together, and I was like, that's not as funny now. But
you said we got
Anyway,
comments?
We got comments, yeah.
All right.
Gotta play catch up. Virgil says the old port was called the Navy Outer Mole.
Oh, in Key West.
Anita says we went to Blue Lagoon when we went the first time. We enjoyed it. Is that in Nassau?
I think that's associated maybe with Atlantis.
Okay. And JT said Frozen.
No on ice.
I don't know what that's referring to because that was a long time ago. And then Virgil says, love Nassau, fun to walk into British
Colonial Hotel.
or James Bond movie film.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
I didn't
cool.
know that. I didn't know there were other locations there that you could go. That's pretty cool. But that's like we were in Lakeland, which is real close to us, driving around, and I knew that this was a thing, but
Yeah, that was really cool.
I didn't know where it was, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. And Edward Scissorhands, parts of it was filmed in Lakeland, and the shopping plaza where the haircutting place, I like recognized it from the movie, and I was like, that's the Edward Scissorhands place. We didn't actually even pull in, but it's kind of cool.
We passed it twice.
Yeah, we did. The second time we were like, it's coming up. Look at it. Look at it. There it is. So.
Get your camera ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I love the old James Bond films, man. That's pretty cool. All right, so Nassau was fun. That's good. I like giving Nassau some props because it does get a bad reputation that I don't think it deserves. And then we get to Celebration Key.
Yes.
So Celebration Key is actually, it's on Freeport Island, correct? Is that in the Bahamas?
Correct.
It's on
Grand Bahama Island. Yep.
Grand Bahama. Okay, Freeport's a city on Grand Bahama.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay. So tell us about Celebration Key.
So we were there from 8 to 5.
Okay.
It was.
We got off right away, or close to right away.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
We were in port there with the Freedom. So it was the 2 ships there that day.
And you would not have guessed there was 2 ships there.
Yeah, there's plenty.
So much room.
Plenty of room, plenty of chairs, plenty of umbrellas. I mean, it's
Let me pause you right there. Have you guys been to like Half Moon Key, whatever? Yeah. Okay, so size wise, are we talking similar, bigger, smaller?
It's a lot bigger.
Okay. Go ahead and continue. I that just made me wonder about that.
The first thing that's pretty neat, you've probably seen in all the pictures and everything. The dock is nice and colorful that you walk on. The part for they have it separated in halves. It's more like 2/3. 2/3 of it is for the walking people, and then the other third is for all the little trams that run back and forth. And they have a lot of little carts. I think they said they hold like 14 people or something.
Yeah, because you can jump on one of those and it'll take you to the other side if you want, wherever you want to within the.
Well, they have 2 ones that run from the ship to the first part of
Yeah.
the port, and they just go back and forth there. And then you would get onto another tram to take you all around the place if you wanted to ride around the place. But
Okay.
anyway, the dock is super nice looking, and it has little shades over as you're walking. It's not continuous, so you're going to get 20 feet of sun, and then 50 feet of shade, and then 20 feet of sun, and but you do have some shade there and everything to help. And we initially, the walk is not, I mean, it probably, we stopped a lot for taking pictures and filming, but I would say from our ship to where you get to the very opening part where they have the little arch in the picture, the entrance to the actual port area, I would say walking leisurely is 10 minutes max. I mean, I would probably say it's actually, if you were just to walk continuously without taking pictures and filming, I would probably say it'd be 6 minutes, maybe something like that. So
yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's a fairly short walk. I mean, it's not any more than getting off at Cozumel or anywhere else.
It's miserable on the way back when you're sunburned and hot, though.
It's better than having to take a shuttle or a tender, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So we, the Celebration Key is divided into halves. As you get off the ship and you're walking in there, the right half is supposed to be family friendly. That's where it has the little splash pad and the large lagoon for kids and family and everything over that way. And then on the left-hand side, it originally started out with what they call it adult friendly, and that's called Calypso. The family side is called what is it called? Starfish Lagoon. And then the adult side on the left is called Calypso Lagoon. And anyway, Carnival first started it as what they called adult friendly, and people took that as adults only. And so, but it's not. It's adult friendly, and and kids and stuff were allowed in most of it. But then there was a far western part of it that was considered. It has signage that says 18 plus.
Okay.
There's a swim up bar and DJ and some cabanas and stuff like that. And now, right before our cruise, they went through and Carnival changed it. I'm still not sure whether the swim up bar area, I would assume that would still be 18 plus, but the rest of Calypso Lagoon, they're making it 13 plus. So I'm guessing they ran into a lot of parents that wanted to bring their kids over, and maybe it was too much of a hassle trying to prevent the kids from coming over there.
That's just a guess.
So yeah. So, but anyway, we went to the left to the Calypso Lagoon side, and we found all the chairs, umbrellas, and everything are all free of charge, and unless they're under a cabana or that kind of thing, then you have to pay extra for those. But we were able to find a seat like one row back from the edge of the lagoon, and the lagoon is the freshwater swimming pool. Basically, they call it a lagoon, but it's a swimming pool. Yeah, we found our spot, and the way the sun, rises in the east and sets in the west, the direction of the sun and the orientation of the port, the particular umbrellas in the area that we wanted to get didn't give you the best shade, so it was pretty difficult. Like one of the chairs that we picked was going to have shade, the other one had none.
But we were so hot by the time we found a place to even set our stuff down. We were ready to get in that water because it was so hot.
Yeah. And most of the lagoon has like a beach entry, 0 entry, where you just walk in, and it varies. The depth of the lagoon varies depending on where you go, and it's not like the entire middle of it is deep. It'll go deep for a bit, and then it goes back shallow, and then it goes deep again. And when I say deep, I think it says it's 5 feet max. I think is what it is. I think it's 5 feet max. So,
but it's a natural bottom.
It is a weird. It almost feels like a vinyl liner. You know how You know how some basketball courts are kind of a rubbery feel,
Hmm.
kind of soft, cushy, rubbery feel on some. That's kind of how it felt on the bottom. It was,
It
Oh,
was very nice.
interesting.
yeah, very comfortable to your
Interesting.
feet. Now, it is surrounded by sand, so you're going to be walking through sand, and sand does get in the pool. You can see it. I'm assuming they clean it up after the end of the day.
But it wasn't
But
terrible. Like we knew that was we knew that was a factor, but I was expecting to see just a lot more sand. But once you get in a few steps, it's like the sand just stays like right at the edge.
yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't an issue. I didn't think.
but yeah, it's kind of a soft, firm, but a little bit squishy, rubbery kind of bottom.
Interesting.
And it's that when you're walking just around the edge of it too. That's the same that you're walking on.
Okay.
It's comfortable to walk on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sat in because it was we sat in the shallow end, so it was comfortable. You know, it wasn't like a concrete bottom swimming pool or something. You know, it was comfortable.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so
Thanks,
is that where you kind of chilled there for the day?
Yeah. We actually walked around the whole adult or Calypso side of through the water. We traipsed through all the water, and we ran into our dinner mates a couple times and said hi to them, and then kept going around. We went over to the swing up. There's a swing bar, you know, all the swings around it. We didn't actually go sit at it or anything, but
it was full.
Yeah, it was full.
We wouldn't have been able to anyway.
But we got out there and went and checked something out, and then we just turned around, got right back in, and then made our way back to our spots. And then at that point, I got out and decided to sit in the chair, and he was gonna go. He was brave and went the whole way around filming.
I took my camera and I went back to the very entry point of the port, and I went to the right all the way around the family friendly part, showed all the food, everything, circled all the way around, made my way all the way back around the whole place. I was about to die when I finished.
Yeah, about 10 minutes before he got back, I was starting to get worried because I knew how hot he was before he even took off to go do that, and he'd been gone for a long time, and I was like, if he isn't dead already, he's gonna be dead when he gets back. And
now,
he got back and what?
Wait a minute. Have I missed it? Are you guys going to release these vlogs on YouTube? I didn't miss that, right?
Good question.
In 2030, we'll have
just a couple shorts here and there for right now. But so he got back, and I said, "How was that?" He's like, "I'm dying. I gotta get in the water." I was just
throwing stuff down. Let me get in the water.
Like, we gotta lock this up quick. I gotta get in the water. So back in the water we went, and then we realized how red I was getting, and I was having so much fun, and I love being in. Oh yeah, we went and ate.
After we did that, we got out and we went and ate.
But we also realized I was getting red. And
is it the normal buffet? Like,
nope.
Is it like a buffet setup? Like, no?
No buffets.
No.
Oh.
It's food trucks.
There's
sit down dining areas.
But it's all included, or is it?
Nope. Okay, so there's 3 sit down restaurants that are totally not included, total upcharge. Pretty much everything there, or I guess everything there is an upcharge. But they're nice, you know, and there's actually 2 in the Calypso Lagoon area, and there's 1 over on the Starfish Lagoon side. And then for the included food, every guest on the ship has what they call an Island Eats credit on their sailing sign card account for the ship. Everything in the port, you're able, except some of the local vendors, everything else you're able to use your sailing sign card or a credit card. But if you want your free meal, you need to use your sailing sign card, because that will charge to your account where you have your 1 credit. So basically what it is there's a food hall in the Starfish Lagoon side that has 4 or 5 little restaurants in it. And then there are, I think it's 3 food trucks in Starfish Lagoon and 4 food trucks in the Calypso Lagoon area. And they're different. They're not the same. So if you happen to look and like, I wanted fish tacos. They didn't have fish tacos at the food truck in Calypso Lagoon. So we had to go all the way over to the Starfish Lagoon side to get fish tacos.
But I wanted chicken sandwich, so I had to get it on the side we were already on.
Yeah. So the way it works is each one of those food trucks or each little place in the food hall, they have a separate part of the menu that says Island Eats, and they list like for her chicken sandwich, it would list, chicken sandwich with French fries and a cookie.
They're proud of that cookie.
Yeah, everything comes with a cookie.
Yeah.
And it's
Nothing
good.
wrong with that.
Yeah, it is a good cookie. I don't know how they don't get the
Chocolate
chocolate
chips.
chips. I don't know how they keep the chocolate chips from melting, but somehow.
But anyway,
they do.
so there's things listed in each Island Eats section on each menu, and that's what you get for one time. You get one of those items, and then once you've used that, anything else you purchase, any other kind of food or anything you want, costs money, and that would be on the other side of the menu. They show all the prices and everything for stuff that you want to get. The only drinks that are included are water. That's it.
Oh,
At
no
each
tea
food
or
truck
lemonade?
area, no tea, no lemonade.
no.
If you want anything else to drink, it costs money. At each food truck area, there's a water station where it's got ice and water with cups and everything there.
There's lots of bottle fill-up stations too, water bottle fill-up stations.
Yeah,
Okay.
plenty of bathrooms. There's bathrooms and showers,
Oh yeah,
like multiple places, both sides. I mean, they're all over. But
do you want to talk about the 25% off?
if you decide to forego, like let's say you looked at all the Island Eats stuff and you decided you didn't want any of that, instead of using that, you can get 25% off your entree at one of the sit-down restaurants instead.
So how
It's
were
an
the
either-
prices? How were the prices on the not included food? Were they?
It was for the normal stuff like hamburgers and things like that. It was I don't remember. I've got pictures of it. I think it's probably on my other camera. Probably in the video. I probably didn't take still pictures.
You can put it in the vlog.
There you go.
and you'll know by then.
Yeah. By then the price will have doubled.
Right.
All right, we got
I'm-
some comments. Let's do these real quick because
Oh, she's freaking out.
sorry, they've been there for a minute.
She's like, there's comments. Junkanoo Beach, yes. Okay, so Junkanoo Beach and Rum Factory Old Plantation Mansion. Mansion was also a Bond film location. Did not know that. Junkanoo Beach, we went to right after the pandemic, and we saw octopus and all kinds of cool
You saw
stuff.
octopus.
I saw octopus and all kinds of cool stuff. So
Oh,
I
that's Wayne.
really
Hey,
liked it.
That's
I'm
my
assuming
brother.
this is a relative.
That's my brother.
Oh, well, welcome, fellow Minnesotian.
Hey,
Says
Todd.
Todd.
That Matt guy.
Yeah. What do you
Making
say?
fun of my accent.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's not a Nord accent. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
I'm-
Talk Like a
I'm-
Pirate Day. If you
I'm really
mix
from
pirate-
Alabama. So.
Yeah, you mix Alabama and pirate, you get Stacy. All right. So tell us more about the food. So you don't want anything of the included food. You can get 25% off of the not included food of an entree. And they're like entrees are like real prices or like theme park prices, or what are you looking at?
I would say middle of the road there.
Yeah, they're kind of middle of the road. They're probably a little more expensive than real prices. The restaurants they have, there's a barbecue place with the sit down restaurants. There's a barbecue place And then there's the other two are more like just a variety of stuff and not necessarily any particular theme. But I would probably say it's, anywhere from, I don't know, 18 to $25 or something for an entree. So you'd get 25% off of that, which is really not that much, but you know,
It's a little pricey. Is the
yeah.
food quality up there though for that, or are you getting?
The fish tacos that I had were very good.
The chicken sandwich I had was very good.
Okay.
They do have one food truck that's donuts.
Yeah, one of the food trucks is donuts. So if you got out there and you decided you really didn't want a meal or whatever, and you wanted some little mini donut kind of things, you can get mini donuts as your free meal. You get a little tray of them, like 6 or 8 of them or something.
Yeah.
So
seems like a waste of a meal. I mean, mini donuts are good, but not as my meal.
But they're
I
not
mean,
like they're not like
depends.
mini donuts like what we would. They were like
Yeah.
mini glaze, and they had
they had all kind of flavors and stuff on. They were kind of
Yeah.
fancy.
they were kind of fancy donuts.
That's probably for people that decided they wanted to stay on the ship and have lunch or something, and they're not really that hungry, so they just kind of get off and they try the donuts. So
Yeah, I mean, if you know that, if you have that expectation of the meal and it's a little bit more upscale than your standard buffet meal, I mean, you're on vacation. I don't think I'd be that. I think I'd be aggravated if I was expecting it to be an included meal like Half Moon Key, and then they were like, nope, it's $18, sans 25%. I'd be like, say what now? But knowing that, I think I'd be all right with that instead of the sort of cattle car thing. I don't know.
Did you see a lot
Yeah.
of people eating at those extra paid restaurants?
I didn't.
No, they didn't look like they were really that busy.
But honestly, the place is so big that, like we said earlier, there was 2 ships in port. I honestly would have thought half of our ship was there. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, people were so spread out. I mean, when we had to walk over to the other side to get my fish tacos, it took forever. I mean, it's a long walk. I mean, you really don't want to walk all the way over to the other side of it. It's huge.
yeah,
So
especially barefoot.
yeah, don't go barefoot.
Ah. Somebody said, "You don't need your shoes. Come on."
I saw a lot of barefoot people, and I didn't have an issue with it. But if you have sensitive feet, don't go barefoot.
I scalded my feet in Half Moon Key one year in like huge blisters. Like I couldn't walk. It was pretty bad. But
Well, that's one
I
good
wasn't
thing.
on the sand. I was on like the road walking.
Oh.
And I
Well,
was like,
there are asphalt roads that the little trams and stuff run on, but actual walking, they have really nice like concrete sidewalks with little colored glass made into them,
Yeah, the one
or
side,
colored rocks, or whatever you want to call it. It looks like glass.
Starfish Lagoon side is one color, and then Calypso Lagoon side is a different color.
Yeah, and those paths weren't hot at all.
Mm-mm.
And I mean,
I didn't have trouble with the heat. It was just rough to walk on. You get little grits of sand in there, and then it's just the texture, I think. But
here's the way I look at the food. A lot of people are irritated that there's not just a buffet with free food. But when we've been to Half Moon Key or Princess Keys, where they have the same kind of buffet, normally those places, the buffet is only open from like 11 to 2. And usually we go get one meal and we eat, and then we go back to the beach or wherever. We don't usually have time or even the hunger to go back again. We just do one time. Bless you. So this one included meal on Celebration Key, to me, it's kind of the same. You're getting to eat one time that's included, and there you go. And they're open. Those things are open from 11 to 3 or 4. I think it just depends on how long you're going to be there during the day. But they're open longer than what the buffet would be at Half Moon Key. So, and to me, it's a little bit better food. So
okay, to me then that would be an upgrade, because when I'm on Half Moon Key or something like that, yeah, I mean I'm having an active beach day for me. So like I'm not stopping to eat because I'm looking forward to it. I'm stopping to eat because I have to eat something so that I can get back in the water. So
Yeah.
I know I'm a little different than everybody, but for me, yeah, if I can get a good meal and have more of a window to get it, that sounds pretty good to me.
I think the idea of getting the option, because like when you go to the buffet, you're just kind of like, well, I guess I'll get this because that's what's here.
Right.
But
I'll have a cheeseburger. That's what's here.
yeah,
Or a hot
But
dog.
if you're more driven about I really want a good meal, then you can.
well, it's not about them. It's for me, I'm really picky.
Oh yeah.
So I go through a buffet and I'm like, well, that chicken looks all right. Okay, I guess I'll get this okay looking mac and cheese. And there's my buffet meal. So having like more of a menu option
Mhm.
is more appealing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the variety of and different choices. I mean, there's a lot to choose from as your free meal.
Yeah, there's like a
So
noodle bowl that I want to try next time.
you can have pizza,
Mm-hmm.
all kind of burgers, chicken sandwiches, tacos, fritters, conch fritters if you want them.
Burger.
I mean, there's
Did you say burger?
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And I will say this though about it, the whole thing is confusing.
Mm.
You know, I think they would. I think it would be better instead of doing the whole 1 credit per person thing. I wish they would just say anything you want that's in this part of the menu is included, like as much as you want for the most part, and they could just make little small portions or something, instead
Mhm.
of this whole 1 credit thing because people kind of don't understand. And then the other thing is you have to order at a kiosk, so you order
Oh,
yourself. You don't tell a person what you want. And
Oh.
at each food truck, they have a 1 or 2 little kiosks for you to order. It's a little screen. You walk up to it, and it asks you, do you want to see the included menu or do you want to see the pay menu? So you pick Island Eats included menu, click that, and then it wants you to scan your selling sign card. And you know how when you get on and off the ship, they have the selling sign card has a little barcode at the bottom.
Mhm.
Grab my selling sign card out of there, if you will. Down in there. See that? See a lanyard? Grab a lanyard. Sorry. I wanted to show people this because it's kind of confusing. We stood in line behind 2 people and it was okay, so not the barcode on the back, but the
Mhm.
little barcode at the bottom.
Okay.
The little UPC code or whatever you want to call that code.
Mhm.
So they have the little machine, and it's kind of you have to like hold that up at just the right distance, and then to go doot and scan it. Then it knows who you are, and then you select what you want, and it's pretty simple from there. But you can add stuff onto it, or just use that or whatever.
But people are struggling to get the scan.
Yeah, they didn't know where to scan, and it kind of wasn't clear, and didn't seem to be working right, but they just weren't doing it. If you do it right, it works. But we got behind a couple of people and we're standing there for like 10 minutes with the dude trying to figure out how to make it work. And like there was nobody around that would come help him.
Right.
And we didn't know.
It's like the smart
we hadn't done it yet.
elevators.
Yeah. So finally there was a dude wandering
Good
around and he
morning.
walked over there and helped. So anyway.
That's cool. Yeah. So all in all, oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, after we ate, despite me already being sunburned, we did get back in the water for just about 10 minutes. I wanted to stay for another hour, like, because we had that much time before we had to head back, but we realized that it was really red and it was time to go. I'm still peeling. But the only other time I've been sunburned on a cruise was at Half Moon Cay. So the Bahamas are not my friend when it comes to the sun. But
yeah. So all in all, other private islands you've been to, where would you rate this one?
I like it the best, me personally.
Okay.
Yeah. caveat: we've only been to Half Moon Key, Princess Keys, and then Celebration Key.
Okay.
So that's what we're judging it against.
Half Moon Key was always my favorite, but I like the option of being able to have either the ocean or the pool, because I'm more of a pool person. As we all know. And
if I'm not snorkeling, I like the pool too.
yeah, and you don't have that option on Half Moon Key or Princess. So that's my reason why. Plus, it's just there's music and there's people. It's like lively. I don't know. It's a really good vibe there. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're going back on our next cruise.
October.
And again in February.
Oh,
and
okay.
Unfortunately,
you got a real good impression of it at that point.
Probably our only other 2 times that we're going, but as of now. But
in February, we're going to do the Pearl Cove Beach Club portion of it.
Okay.
So we get into that is it costs extra. That is the adults only area over there. So
the sun shouldn't be quite as brutal in October and in the winter.
Hope not.
I'd still wear sunscreen. I'm not saying don't protect yourself, but it's a little less intense, the UV index and stuff like that. Yeah, it can get pretty crazy, especially if you're on water, any kind of water, it just reflects it and stuff. But that's cool. That's cool. And I know you guys didn't snorkel on this one, but did you see people snorkeling? Did you hear about snorkeling at all?
There was lots of people. The beach looked pretty full, and we were already, when we were walking up, I was taking pictures, and the beach was pretty full already at that point.
I saw a few people with snorkel gear, just kind of putzing around a little. I don't know if they saw anything or not, but
okay.
In next cruise, he wants to snorkel there a little bit and check it out.
Yeah, our next cruise, it's a 7-day cruise, but there's only 2 ports. It's only Celebration Key and Half Moon Key. So,
are you there for a longer time?
Nope. Still just those 2 days. There's just other sea days.
Okay.
This was one of those. It's on the Carnival Magic. This was one of those. The dry dock got postponed, so the casino department made 2 or 3 adults only casino cruises. So the whole cruise, they're limiting it to 2 people per cabin. So every cabin is just double occupancy, and it's all adults. So
okay, that's cool. Then you should have a pretty light ship.
Yeah.
And everybody will be in the casino. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, they open up other rooms with more machines, and they have them in the hallways. And we heard that from one of the servers that she was on the Freedom. She was on the main dining room, one of our servers in the main dining room on the Freedom on a back-to-back, and we got to know her pretty well, and we're still communicate with her on Facebook. And she was supposed to be on that ship, and she was working at the Italian restaurant. So we booked that, and then right after we booked that on our first day there on the ship, she messaged us and said, "They moved me. I'm training now for this, and I'm going to be off the ship." But my husband's still going to be on the ship, so you can say hi to him.
Cool.
Yeah. So I figure with Celebration Key and Half Moon Key, I'll bring my snorkel gear for that.
Yeah.
So
cool. I'll look forward to hearing about your next adventure there as well. That sounds pretty good. That sounds not too bad. That sounds like some different things but to me it sounds like mostly positive stuff.
What's your favorite? I said mine was Celebration Key, but did you answer? Is it still Half Moon Key?
Well, I mean, I would probably put Half Moon Key and Celebration Key up there together, simply because what she's talking about, the pool. Sometimes you might be more in a pool vibe. Sometimes you might be. Half Moon Key I think it's more natural and more beautiful. The water and everything, more scenic and stuff like that is.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, there's not really very good snorkeling at Celebration Key. There's not really any kind of reef or anything out there to see much. So Half Moon Key has the rocks and things right there
Little
where you
bit.
can see stuff.
Not a
So,
ton, but if you know where to look, you can find stuff. Yeah. Okay.
but
Are there options to do excursions on Grand Bahama? Like, can you leave the Celebration Key area and do excursions outside of that?
yes,
Since it's an island.
yes, and you can also, when I walked around filming, when you get to the very back of it is where you leave the area, and there was a couple of taxis back there. So if you wanted just to get a taxi and go to Freeport or wherever, you could do that. But yeah, there was on our cruise there were excursions you could book that would just like just like when the ship used to port in Freeport, you could book excursions on the island or whatever. You can do the same thing.
You can also rent cabanas right there that are right in the middle of the lagoon. And some of them have slides going off into the water, and some of them have their own. I think they have their own music in there, and
I'm not sure.
I don't remember for sure, but they look pretty nice. But it's something you would want to do with a group of people and split the cost. It's
because they're pretty expensive.
Pretty spendy. It's not something he and I are gonna go do on our own.
Do you think that Half Moon Key, Princess Key, do you think they're going to change to this sort of food truck model, or do you think that they'll stay with the classic buffet sort of version?
Well, Half Moon Key right now, Carnival is building a dock. So that's a good thing that you won't have to have a water shuttle to get onto the island. But the problem is, technically Holland America is the one that has Half Moon Key, and Carnival just uses it sometimes. Once they build the dock, the island is basically going to be split into two. There's going to be a Carnival side, and Holland America is still going to do the water shuttle to the existing side that there is now.
Huh.
So I don't know if Carnival people are going to be able to go onto the Holland America side, or if they're just really going to lock it off to where you can't. I would kind of think they would block it off so you can't and leave that private for Holland America people. But so they're supposed to be Carnival is turning their portion of Half Moon Key into the relax away Half Moon Key thing. And they're going to make it a little bit more of a. They've said that they're still going to leave it more natural than what Celebration Key is, but they are going to, add lots of loungers and cabanas and things like that to it that don't really exist too much now. I mean, there are some of those on the beach, but not a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the buffet and the food, I'm not sure. I'm assuming. Well, I don't know. I was going to say if Celebration Key ends up working and everybody seems happy with it, they probably would.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't know that they've really announced any plans on that yet.
Right. They're probably, like you said, they're probably waiting to see, how that goes over and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's still probably going to be probably sometime next year, maybe before the dock is finished at Half Moon Key. So.
Okay. Are you guys getting a popping sound in the audio, or was that just on our end?
Yeah, you sound kind of like that to us.
I wonder what's causing that. It's interesting.
Stand up for a second.
All right. Well, all in all, it sounds pretty cool. That's I would like to get to Celebration Key and check it out for myself. I'm curious to see if if there is any snorkeling there or not, or things like that. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You got any? You're looking at Carnival excursions?
I'm looking at Celebration Key, their cabanas and stuff. They are pricey, but they're all for like a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's there's nothing like, I mean, there's like beds that are for less, but like the whole cabana thing, they're for 8 or more people.
Yeah, you'd have to have a group and split it. If you had a group and split it, the cost is not too bad, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's pretty spendy.
All right. Well, before we go, let's have a little fun with the pirate thing. So I've got some trivia here, and you guys that are watching, you can type your answers, and if you would like to. This is not all very difficult trivia, but I just got a few questions. So here's the first one. It says, say the meaning of each pirate word, or you guys can guess. So here's the first word. The first word is avast, and I'll give you guys some choices. Does avast mean stop and pay attention? Does it mean a brand of sunscreen? Is it the highest deck at the back of the ship? Or is it pirate for I dropped me sandwich? Avast! Which one is it?
Did you read that right?
Did I not read it right? Stop and pay attention. A brand of sunscreen or pirate for
You
a
added one for
sandwich.
the next.
Did I? Okay, well, it's not the highest deck on the back of the ship.
Because that's for the next question.
Don't answer that one. Is it stop and pay attention, a brand of sunscreen, or I dropped me sandwich? That's a pretty easy one then, isn't it?
I dropped me sandwich.
It's a drop me sandwich.
I dropped my sandwich.
Me pump some phone to the floor.
Pub sub. Anita says stop and pay attention.
Yes, that's right, Anita. I put
That's what I would say too.
Drop a sandwich.
Yes, that's wrong, Ed, but I appreciate the answer. Anita. The next one is poop deck. I think this might have been in the trivia we did last time.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
poop deck, a fancy bathroom at sea. Oh, have you tried using the poop deck? It's very nice. Is it the highest deck at the back of the ship? Or is it where parents hold their business meetings? The poop deck. Do you know which one it is?
It's the fanciest bathroom.
It's the fanciest bathroom. It's not.
That's what I go for.
It should be the fanciest bathroom. But it is, of course.
Oh, nobody's answered yet.
No, sorry.
You gotta let the people get a chance.
I don't know what the poop deck is. It's a deck for pooping. Parents do a lot of pooping.
Oh yeah. Anita says highest deck at the back of the ship.
She's some kind of scurvy dog. Knows all the
He's a
answers.
pirate master.
We forgot the dragons today. Did you notice that?
I actually didn't forget them because I sat down and we started and I was like dragons and then I didn't.
Davy Jones' locker. Is it a spooky undersea grave, a pirate's lunchbox, or lost and found for socks?
Question that last one.
None of them sounded right at first to me, but I know which one is the correct answer. Davy, send them down to Davy Jones' locker. And
Well, if you say that, then it's probably not the lunchbox.
why not? It could be like
Then
a
just
lunchbox.
jump to the lunch.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, like those Indian boxes with the food. Could be one of those.
Mm.
Send them down to get the, I forget what they call those. There's a name for those. But Davy Jones' locker. Nobody's answered that one.
No, underwater grave, says Anita.
Ah. It's like she's the only one playing. All right, here's some true or false. Or yo-ho or yo-no, as they say.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's actually written here.
Oh, I can't see. You moved it. Okay.
Call out yo-ho, well, you'll have to type it. If it's true or yo-no if it's false. Here's one. Blackbeard once braided lit fuses into his beard to look scarier. And some of these are debatable whether they're true. So we'll just go for the general definition of whether they're true or not. Did
I just ran over my foot. It's fine.
Blackbeard once braid lit fuses into his beard to look scarier?
I would say yo no.
You know? Oh, the football game's really going over here. Anita also says yo no. So here's the thing. I don't like this trivia question because there's not a concise, clear answer on it. Some people say that he did like things, but most historians think it was more to keep insects out of his beard than to make him look scary. But nobody knows for sure, so it's not a very good question.
So yo-ho is the answer you have.
Yo-ho is what the answer says it is, but I would second guess that one. Perhaps. I don't think we really know. Yo, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Pirates actually made people walk the plank all the time. The key there is all the time. That's very important. As if you study pirates at all, you'll quickly find out that 90% of our pirate lore comes from fictional books that either didn't take place at all in history or was extraordinarily rare in history. Not all of it. I'm not saying this one's a yo-no. I'm just saying a lot of it's.
I have a book about a pirate in my Kindle library that I haven't read yet that I really want to read.
What's it called?
It's about Grace O'Malley.
Oh.
Who, in my opinion, is the coolest.
I'm like, that's a real pirate, right?
I know.
She was a real pirate?
Yeah, it's about a real pirate. Because I think Grace O'Malley is a really cool pirate.
So Anita says, and Ed says,
Those are from the
last one.
Nobody answered.
Nobody's answering. We have more people now than before, but nobody's answering.
Stacey
Yo no.
Yo no. Yo no. It is mostly a myth. There may have been a couple instances when that happened, but it's mostly a myth. X marks the spot is from Treasure Island, not real pirate maps. Is that really from Treasure Island, or is that like a real legit pirate thing?
I haven't read Treasure Island, but it is also in my library.
Treasure Island is? Yeah.
Or it was. I may have just taken it out.
Well, X marks the spot is in the novel Treasure Island, but is that the origin of that, or is that like a legit pirate thing? I think Anita answered that.
Yeah.
Yo no is.
No, she said yo ho.
Yo ho. It's yo no. Yoko Ono. No, that's different. It's yo no. Yo no. That's not really a pirate thing. Pirates invented the first pizza delivery service.
Wait a minute. You answered. The last answer was yo ho. X marks the spot is from Treasure Island.
You're right. I confused myself.
I know you did.
Yes.
But
You're correct, Anita.
And Ed.
And Ed.
They both said it.
Yes. My apologies. Yes. It is from the Treasure Island novel. Yes. I took a whole class on how to do assessment in college.
And you just completely messed it up.
That's why, because questions like that can be confusing.
Oh, I know. That's usually the kinds of questions I get wrong because I read it opposite or answer opposite.
Yeah. It's like, are you quizzing your students on how to take a quiz or on the actual question?
I hate the multiple choice questions where it's choose the best answer when all of them kind of appear like they're not really exactly right, you know?
Yeah. Hello there, matey. We got Scott Saltzman in the house. All right, so here's the next one. Did we answer the pizza delivery one?
You haven't asked it yet.
I didn't? I said pizza.
I interrupted you.
Pirates invented the pizza delivery service.
Yo, no.
That's a no. It says, though they would have if rum wasn't quicker. That was stupid. All right. Okay, this is a fill in the booty.
You just got really loud.
Fill in the booty. This is fill in the booty.
I didn't think you have to whisper. You're not talking to an audience. The phone is right there.
A pirate's favorite letter is
R.
R. Is it R? Oh, or it might be the C. What do you think? You think this is the C? He thinks it's R.
Although I can read your answer.
I mean, I would accept either one of those. It says most say R, but the real answer is the C. This is stupid. This says bonus points for creativity like Q because it's curvy like a hook. No, you're not getting bonus.
Did you take that from someone?
It's AI.
Oh,
I asked
it's AI.
ChatGPT to give me some fun pirate trivia and make it
Okay.
whimsical and funny. That's what it came up with.
Okay.
So, a pirate's favorite exercise is
Pilates.
no
Swimming.
swimming. It should be swimming.
I think it should be Pilates.
Hmm.
It just sounds piratey.
Sean says I created a multiple choice questionnaire with all the answers being incorrect until I marked one of the answers correct. Rowing. It's actually where'd it go? Planking. Planks. Is that an exercise?
Yeah,
Planks.
it is.
What is?
I hate planks. I'm not going to do it.
So you're
because-
not a pirate because you don't like planks.
Correct. I'm a mermaid.
What's a mermaid's favorite exercise?
Swimming.
Okay. All right. A pirate's least favorite veggie is? This one is kind of funny. What's a pirate's least favorite veggie? This is actually one I've never heard before. I never heard the planks one either, but that one's dumb. But I've never heard this one before, but this is kind of funny. What are you doing? Looking it up? Oh, mermaid's favorite. She's looking up the mermaid's favorite exercise.
I'm not sure.
So, if you're on a ship, the last thing you want are leaks. Not as common of a vegetable, but I do like carrots. Carrots? What is carrots? All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's some regular trivia. Okay, what country was Blackbeard from? This is not multiple choice. I'm just going to say, all right, I'm just going to give you. No, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions here. One, what country was Blackbeard from? That's Edward Teach. Two, which sea is famous for pirates of the Barbary Coast? I didn't know this one. Where are the Barbary Coast pirates? Where were they sailing? Those are your two questions. I'll tell you the other. I got two more, but I'm not gonna make you
Okay,
guess.
we'll read this comment while there's
Todd says, R, I be lending me ears to all this salty pirate chatter, and it be stirring up a mighty thirst for rum. Soon enough, I'll be taking me voyage upon the ship, aye. That's right. And we'll drink some rum.
22 days.
22 days. I'll have some rum. Here's the other questions while we're waiting for people to answer 1 and 2. What animal is often kept as a pirate pet? I mean, come on, that's obvious, right? The
Parrot.
Bearded dragon.
The parrot. But apparently,
Scott says was Blackbeard from England.
yes, he was. Good job, Scott. That's why you're the professor. But apparently, cats and monkeys were also common. That kind of makes sense because cats would get rid of like pests and stuff. I don't know about the monkey part, but
Well, in Pirates of the Caribbean, Barbossa has a monkey,
that's valid. That's true.
which is obviously a very real and accurate movie about pirates.
What is the pirate's favorite instrument?
Well, I read the answer.
Oh, well, that's the guitar. Yeah.
I see.
But which sea is the Barbary Coast? Come on, Professor Travel. I think you know this. The Barbary Coast. Which sea is associated with the Barbary Coast? Let's see if I got any more here.
I didn't hear that.
Which sea is the Barbary Coast?
Yeah, I
don't have any idea.
I mean, I don't. My knowledge of pirates is very limited to the Caribbean.
So the answer is not Caribbean.
It's not Caribbean. The Barbary Coast is not the Caribbean. So here's the thing. I would have guessed, and this may be actually correct, but I would have guessed the Barbary Coast is Africa. But it's not
What I
the
was thinking.
Atlantic. It's not the Atlantic, though. But yes, Professor's got it. It's the Mediterranean, that's like Northern Africa is the Mediterranean, right? So that kind of makes sense. That would be there. But even the Barbary Coast being in Africa was a guess for me, really. We're not going to do pirate charades. Do you guys know what actual grog is? Like, grog was a real drink, but it's a thing. It's a thing. I always thought of it as like an ale or a beer,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
but it's not. It's not an ale or a beer. So grog was basically it wasn't meat or beer, Scott. It was actually watered down rum, and if you were lucky, you might get some sugar and some lime mixed into it. Basically, grog came about as a way to make rum rations last longer for the crew, and that's where the
Makes
term
sense.
grog. That's what grog is. I thought it sounds like such a thick thing, but yeah, watered down rum just makes me sad. Scott says yes. I mean, I like my rum on the rocks if it's a good sipping rum. So there gets a little water in it, a little sugar.
Watered down rum is probably better than no rum.
Exactly. And if that's like the only drink that you have access to, you don't want to be drinking straight rum if you're looking for hydration. Todd says, I'd be loving me grog, but me true treasure taste be. Want me to finish the line with a proper piratey favorite like rum, ale, or something you fancy? Is this AI? That sounds like an AI answer, Todd.
Scott said this is true.
Yes. There's no electrolytes in straight rum. There's probably no electrolytes in rum and water either. But at least there's more water content when you add the water to the rum.
Speaking of water, is there any rum in your water?
In my water? No, it's just water.
I did.
I had wine before though.
I was honoring my grandpa with some RC and rum. That was his soda. His cola of choice was RC, and he liked his rum, and his whiskey, and his vodka. So
Todd says ChatGPT is the best to translate pirate talk.
I asked ChatGPT for some common exclamations, and of course it came up with R. It's the all-purpose pirate growl. It could mean yes, it could mean I'm angry, it could mean I agree, or I'm just being piratey. R. Can you express all those things with R? Like show me yes.
R.
Show me angry.
R.
There you go. Or just being piratey.
R.
There you go. I think you got it right there.
Good job.
I've asked that as Anita got that correct, was stop and pay attention. Ahoy is hello. Shiver me timbers. Shiver me timbers.
R.
That's basically surprise. Oh, that surprised me. Oh.
Avast.
That shivered me timbers.
Anita said, nice job, Kibra. Thank you. I am a pro at my R's.
Yo ho ho. A jolly pirate cheer, often followed by a bottle of rum. I don't know how historical that is, but ChatGPT came up with that. As opposed to yo ho, that's a different culture entirely. Poop deck, we established poop deck. Quarter deck, this is the command deck where the captain stands. The bilge. Do you know what the bilge is?
I'm reading it.
You're reading it, so you do know what the bilge is? Do you guys know what the bilge is? Yeah, bilge.
It'll be like in the very bottom.
Yeah, it's the bottom where like the dirty water collects. So it's like
Well,
this
you have a bilge pump.
sludgy. Yeah. It's the gross, nasty stuff. That's why it's an insult. And yeah, you bilge rat. Crow's nest. Everybody knows the crow's nest, right? That's the.
Scott has another.
You know, in certain segments of the gay community, if you growl or say "r," that might get you over someone's shoulder. I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Explain.
Huh?
Explain.
Explain. Yes, we need some explanation there. The gangway. Oh, that's clear the way. Gangway. Oh, and keel haul. I learned about that when we did the last pirate trivia. That's brutal. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's
what keel haul was?
They tie you up at the heel and
Drag you back
drag
and
you back and
forth.
forth on the oysters.
Yeah, the barnacles and it's
A barnacle,
horrible.
that's the word.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Booty.
My milkshake brings other boys who they are.
No, Kimbra, that's not booty.
That's my booty. Milkshake and booty.
There was a video from Snake Discovery that was like, or milk snakes, and I didn't even finish reading it. I just went, bring all the boys to the yard. That's not what it said, but anyway. Go off to the bedroom, as in throwing someone over your shoulder and heading off there.
Oh.
Let's see. Doubloon is Spanish gold coin. Pieces of 8, Spanish silver coin. Rum, the pirate's favorite drink. Grog, rum mixed with water, sugar, and lime sometimes. Grub is food. Swashbuckler is a daring adventurer, usually with a sword. Buccaneer, another word for pirate, especially in the Caribbean. And then we've got insults and nicknames. Ye landlubber. You don't know the sea. You scallywag. You're a rascal or a rogue. It's usually playful then. You scallywag. You scurvy dog. That's a pirate insult. If somebody calls you a scurvy dog, that's not that they're not being friendly.
Scallywag, okay. Scurvy dog, no.
Yeah. Lily-livered is cowardly. Lily-livered, scallywag. That's like real bad. If that's
Scurvy dog.
Oh, yeah, lily-livered, scurvy dog, yeah.
That's like the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Those are fighting words.
That's right. A blackguard is a scoundrel or villain. Matey is friend or crew. Captain is the captain. Here's some pirate expressions. Dead men tell no tales. Davy Jones' locker. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. X marks the spot. A fair wind. It's good luck or smooth sailing. And heave ho. Put your back into it.
Heave ho. Isn't that the song?
I think there's a few piratical songs that have some heaves and some hoes in it. Hornswaggle. You know that term?
Mm-mm.
You hornswaggle somebody out of something. You're cheating them. You're cheating them out. Hornswaggle. Smartly, do it quickly. 3 sheets through the wind. Kimbra is not 3 sheets through the wind, but if she drinks much more, she could get that way pretty quickly.
I'll save the rest of the bottle for another time.
A cat of 9 tails is a whip used for punishment. Depends on the community you're in. Plunder is to steal or loot, and marooned is to be left behind on an island as punishment.
Todd says friggin' in the riggin'.
It was on the good ship Venus. My precious should have seen us. I'm not going to go any further because we'll get kicked off of
Venus.
My mom's not watching, but still.
Yeah.
No, she's entertaining guests this evening. So she'll be watching the replay though.
Hi, Mama Sandy.
Yes. Hello if you make it this far watching. You got any more questions about their cruise?
Not off the top of my head, but I have something to share with everyone.
Oh.
Teddy Grahams changed.
Uh-oh.
I have been looking for chocolate chip Teddy Grahams for weeks, and I found them, and they are gross. And they used to be delicious.
Maybe
Now
your
I'm a whole
taste
box.
buds just changed.
No, they taste like cardboard healthy snacks now, which
You
is
know-
like not okay.
That's how Matt describes fudge stripes. So maybe you're both.
Same.
Something's
No, it's the
wrong
same
with your
thing.
taste
No, they
buds.
used to be so good.
Something's changed.
You tried them,
I
the
did.
Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, the Teddy Graham same. So, all right, Stacy, I need you to try fudge stripes and chocolate chip Teddy Grahams and see if they've changed to you. Or if it's just our taste buds have gone through some kind of metamorphosis.
Like we have whole containers of these things that I will like, and he's got 2 containers of ice cream, and now I have no desserts to go with it because my Teddy Grahams taste like
Ice cream's good.
cardboard.
Well, I only tried one of them. Publix came out with these really experimental flavors, a bunch of them, and I got a couple. I got one that's like, it's like rum bread pudding. I don't even know. It's like it's a paragraph description. And then I got another one that's like, it's coffee chai tea ice cream. So it's very interesting. I've tried the bread pudding one, and it was really good. Yeah. So she's gonna be eating her cardboard Teddy Grahams.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go back and get Swiss rolls, which I should have gotten to begin with, but you had already come back the other way down the aisle.
Hey, Sean, our local grocery store carries Tim Tams. Usually,
It's World Market.
huh?
World Market has all the flavors though.
Yeah, but Winn-Dixie sometimes has a couple flavors,
Yeah, usually the regular ones.
but not like all the flavors. Yeah.
Oh, lights went out.
Yeah, that means we've been on here past our time.
Oh, it was 9:55.
I know.
We're almost past your time.
Yeah.
Yes, Virgil, that is a Sex Pistols tune. I don't know if you've ever been on here when we've talked about this, probably because we're talking about a lot. But Todd and myself and is Kevin still in here? We're all punk rock people. So Todd was reminiscing about Friggin' in the Riggin', which is not actually by the Sex Pistols, but it was in their movie The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, and it is it's a very nautical tune with some, by today's standards, maybe not that crass lyrics, but still pretty crass lyrics. So yeah. Up, Down Under Cruisers going live in 5, so we will check out pretty soon. But I'm excited. I'm glad you guys had a good cruise, and you got another one lined up pretty close. So that's not too bad. And you said the next one's going to Celebration Key. Did you tell us where else it was going?
Just Half Moon Key.
That's right. You did say that. It's a seven nights, only 2 ports, and it leaves out of where?
Miami.
Miami. Okay. So that's exciting. And then when's your next cruise after that?
February on the Venezia.
Back to back.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Back to back, you said?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. And then after that?
The group cruise.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
That's where you're trying to get, but we just had too many lined up there.
I know. I'm like,
a while.
damn it. How many
And then-
guy?
How about you? What do you have next?
What do I have next?
Yeah.
Well, I have the Margaritaville at Sea, Para DJ Group Cruise.
And then
Is the next one our group? No, the next one is the Princess Cruise, right? With Who Killed Bambi? Okay, Virgil's our people. All right. And then Princess with the Roddies. Yeah. And then the group cruise. So we have 3.
unless we can squeeze something
I don't know.
in between.
Because I also want to get home and see my mama.
Well, that's true.
So
And
important.
I want to go to IHS next year.
yes,
I like really want
Out
to.
in New
for multiple
Mexico.
reasons.
New Mexico.
Because I've never
Yes.
been there.
Go herping in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right.
Virgil just proved himself as an old punk rock guy with that comment. So, all right, guys. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you guys
Welcome,
for
Anita.
joining us and hanging out. And everybody else, we will see you. Oh, will we see you next weekend? Or yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Next weekend, yes. Possibly not the Friday after that.
Possibly not the
if
3rd.
if we do the thing.
October the 3rd. That's one of my cousin's birthdays. Because she used to say October the 3rd.
Oh,
So I remember that.
Nan's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom's birthday's coming up too, isn't it?
It is next Wednesday.
All the birthdays.
And then Aunt Dee's is
Your
on.
birthday's coming up pretty soon too.
Aunt Dee's is on the 1st, so the Wednesday after that, and then my birthday is on the Margaritaville at Sea Cruise.
You know, all the women in your family, that's like the witching season. You guys are all born during the witching season.
Mhm. And then
Explains a lot.
my cousin Lindsay is in December. She's a couple months out, but she's still there.
Yeah, I don't know. In December, now you're Christmas baby.
I mean, Paps is in August.
She's a good witch.
Some okay, yeah.
The witching babies.
Witching babies, yeah. I've met you ladies.
Yeah, we're all within what, like 3 weeks of each other? What do we say here? Just over 3.
My dad's October 26th, so
Yeah, that's past.
yeah. He's not a witch.
He's not one of our
He's not a witch. Very much not a witch.
All right. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Yep.